My fetishes include group, fisting, pissing. On top of that, yes, apparently daddy is a fetish.
27 questions.
27 weeks.
27 suggestions.
I have a few fetishes. Don't turn away, mum. I love a bit of BDSM and a little bit of pleasure for pain. But mostly I'm a control freak in my everyday life. And I have a lot of high stress situations that I'm in. So I like to give up my control in the bedroom. So people get a bit confused if they sleep with me and they don't know me very well because I'm a very badass bitch and then I turn into a total bottom sub in the bedroom.
I'm particular on hands and feet. I don't have a foot fetish. Like I don't want to suck toes or anything like that. But I'm particular on hands and feet. I like really nicely groomed hands and feet, and I want the color of the fingernails to match the toenails. If they don't match, it throws me off a little bit.
Oh, like sexually? I think my fetish is to just be emotionally supported. I think the most profound sexual experiences I've had have been things that involve a connection that is so deep and profound mentally.
A really good kisser. Nothing gets me going than really good kissing.
I actually identify as asexual, so I don't necessarily have that scope of kind of like sexual feelings or interests. Just because I'm missing that baseline, I don't really have anything to build a fetish off. So I gotta say, I in that sense of the word, I'm pretty vanilla. Just I'm so vanilla that I am probably just milk at this point. Like there's nothing there. There's really nothing to base off. So if I'm one of the few, I'm okay with that. And if there's anyone else there that feels the same, you are not alone. Then I feel like that's pretty normal. So yeah.
Look, I love nipples. I love everything about nipples. My nipples, your nipples, or whoever's nipples.
Canadian philosophy professors, especially with brown eyes. Now, it seems so outrageous that this could even ever be fulfilled, but I've actually had 2 professors in my university degree that they were this thing personified. And I didn't even know I had it until I had these guys. And I was just like, oh my God, this has unlocked something in me. I don't know if it's from a past life or what, but honey, Canadian philosophy professor, I've actually gone so far with this fetish that I got really into erotic audio for a while, and you can go onto Reddit and these like erotic audio sites, and you can request people to like do an audio for you, and you can send in a script and everything. So I requested Canadian people with Canadian accents to do like a philosophy role play teacher with me. Like it was so hot. So yeah, Canadian philosophy professor.
No, not really. I just like what I like. I see something, I like it. I don't really have like a type or a certain interest. If I just see something I like it.
I really like blood. I don't know why, but there was one time I was having sex and I kind of tore and some blood came out, and the person I was with was kind of shocked by it, and they were like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, can you keep going? Sometimes I wonder about being a vampire queen, you know?
I want Anna Kendrick to slide into my DMs. If I could leave her on red, that would be awesome.
It would have to be farmers. I have an absolute fetish for farmers, and especially older farmers that are a bit fit and rugged, wear the old towed up cowboy hat and a nice brigalow shirt. I guess, typical country girl with a farmer fetish.
Mum, family, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. But my fetishes include group, fisting, at the top, pissing. On top of that, yes, apparently daddy is a fetish. I know people out there lying. You're lying if you laugh at this, like, oh, that's not me. I know a lot of you Gen Z are on that wave, so don't act like I didn't say something surprising.
Power play, like submissive and dominant characters, and trusting someone enough to allow them to take control or give someone else control, all that sort of thing. I think that's really cool. So as long as it's safe, sane, and consensual, go for it. Everyone have fun.
What is my fetish? My fetish is intellect. I'm very, very attracted to people of good conversation and who can listen and who can challenge you and who can be open to changing their existing beliefs. I find that very, very attractive in a person. So I wouldn't say I've got a fetish in that tie me up and put me in the red room. It's more about the quality of the person rather than those sorts of things.
My fetish, like sexually? Dudes who read. Yeah.
You know, impact play, I guess, is a big one. Spanking, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I think there's a rough sense of adrenaline to anything really. So perhaps something to do with an office. I don't know. I think there's the feeling if someone could always be around the corner or just away.
Oh, I don't have one. We talked about this because I've just like my dating life has been obsolete. So I literally have nothing to contribute. I need to go on a date. If anyone wants to take me out on a date, that would be really nice.
Their eyes normally and their smile. If they get if they get past that, then that's the first thing that attracts me to somebody.
I think what attracts me to another person is their humour and their kindness are the two main things. Intelligence is a really big thing for me, whether we have the same values. Those are the key things for me.
Well, something that's really nice, it's only happened once or twice, is when a girl puts ice in her mouth and gives you a blowjob. That was pretty nice and pretty out there.
I don't really have an answer to the question of like what is my fetish, because I think growing up in a religious environment, sexuality and things like that aren't discussed as openly.
Secretary and boss and like lingerie and that kind of like, yeah, really kind of stereotypical role play kind of thing, and exploring that, I think, in consensual environments, and like as I have with my wife and as I have sometimes without my wife.
Just only reach the place where I'm in a comfortable relationship where I can have safe, consensual sex. So I think hopefully fetishes will come later, and I really look forward to that.
I feel like anywhere underwater would be really fun, but I feel like the image I'm like going for with this is probably like out in nature, in like the wild sea, like some shape of water shit. Do you know what I mean?
I've had a really deep dive thought into fetishes because growing up as an LGBTQIA plus person who is from an Asian background, I feel like often growing up I was the fetish, something interesting for someone to experiment with.
I don't really have one. I'm very vanilla. I'm very, very vanilla. Still figuring out everything.